All right, here's the Crown. She looks very good. A very good looking car from the outside. But then that poses the question of why? Why do we need this? This is SUV number 9 from Toyota. Full hybrid SUV number 9 from Toyota. I don't get it. We'll start in the front. Toyota seems to be minimizing their light footprint, I guess we can call it. Resembling Lexus, anybody? Your headlights here. And actually, there's a compartment up here that shoots water and cleans your headlights. Pretty cool. Got a pretty nice grille. Pretty sweet grille with kind of a diamond shapes in the grille. I keep getting a smell of hydraulic fluid. I don't know where that's coming from. You got your running plate here. Very nice, very sleek. Even the hood in itself with these little gaps, these little air vent gaps, I'd imagine. No, there's rubber behind there. Why? That's
Sometimes I'll start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going.
that seems to be the thing with this car. Just a lot of why. If people buy it, I guess why not as well. But I do like this. I just wish that these were more of like air vents. You know, maybe if you had, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Even just all the way down. Oh, you did get a bra. We already got some chips in it, or the paint wasn't, they did a poor job there.
90% of the time, I have no idea what the I'm talking about.
Coming down the side of the car, it's just very sleek. It's got some nice bulges over the wheels as it gets narrower by the doors, and then comes back out almost like a fender flare, which actually these do kind of have a little bit of fender flares, all the way to the rear lights, which again are a lot smaller. That just seems to be the styling choice from Toyota. They're really shrinking their lights, but they look good just as long as they can be seen. That's, of course, we have our turn signal lights. 21-inch rims though. Why? But why not? But these rims are very nice. He went with the black package, which came with black rims, black interior. He did tint his windows himself, or I guess not himself. He took it to a shop to get his windows tinted. All right, with a car like this, let's get some facts out there. So we have the XLE, and then we have our Limited. 2 trims. That's it. Same engine, same powertrain. But you get a little more bells and whistles. You have your XLE that starts at around low 40s, 43-ish. This is the Limited. This starts around 48. So not too expensive, but definitely above the average SUV price range. I think this is their most expensive SUV at the moment. But you know, in the 2-rowers, this is their most expensive. But yeah, this is just a beautiful car all the way around. But it's like you look at the grille and you're like, why not just slap a Lexus grille on there and call it a Lexus? Lexus only has 2 SUVs. This could have easily been Lexus's 3rd hybrid SUV for people looking to go into that nicer market. But I'm just here to review the car. All right, we are first drive of the 2025 Toyota Crown Signia. On this first drive, we're really just going to talk about how it drives. I'm not going to talk about too much of the functions. We'll do that in the interior section. I will say this, every car should have this. A little phone charger, standing phone charger. I can still see the time. I can see if I got a text without diddle-daddling, messing with it. This, on the other hand, super cool. The one thing, and this might be a little self-centered, I tend to look at myself in the rearview mirror a lot in regular cars, in my car back there. And I can't do that anymore, but I get it. It's a lot safer. No one's head in the back seat can get in the way. You can see everything you need to see. But now if I want to look at myself, I gotta do all that and blocks my view and changes. I digress. Let's get a move on. This takes some getting used to. Vehicle must be in drive to shift.
No Sherlock.
What is happening? You gotta go over, down. I keep just, well, yeah, it's all right here. And then go in sport mode by going right back. Don't really want that. That's weird. And then you go back over to go and drive. whatever. Let's get some driving in. We got some paddle shifters that will probably never be used. Now, for the sake of drivability, the first thing I did notice coming off, you guys hear that?
Nope.
It's kind of loud. It's kind of noisy. It's telling me there's a stop sign. A lot of technology in this, very nice. I'm glad he went with the black on black. I mean, he's got kids, so he's a smart man. Brakes are nice and soft, very smooth. Steering, there's not much feel of the road in it, but that's what you'd expect. Like, it's not a race car. Like, it's not rack and pinion.
Okay.
So, you know, for the regular consumer, just what you need, nice and smooth. At this light over there, we'll probably go ahead and give it a little juice, see how she does. I won't do too much because, again, this isn't my car. Oh, perfect. Lane opened up perfectly for me. So we'll just do a regular drive, give her a little juice just in drive, and then we'll do sport at the next light. Again, not gonna go too hard, go too crazy, but just enough to really see what's going on. This is really cool though. This is really cool. You can see perfectly, like nothing will ever be in your way with that. That needs to be in every car, if you ask me. Yeah, do you guys hear that? It's like an engine keeps kicking on and off. It's gotta be the EV engine. Yeah, see? The EV light's on. It's ready. Okay, it's charging. That must be what it is. The EV engine is charging when it's doing that. Ah, so now the EV's ready, so it's quiet. All right, give it a little juice. Sounds like a Japanese car receiving some juice. Left them in the dust though, but it's quick. It's not gonna throw your head back. You know, it's 240 horsepower. Doesn't feel anything like my wife's Ioniq 5, that's for sure. Oh my God. It's stupid, but we'll go ahead and throw it into sport, see how she does. I'm a little confused on this. It's got this eco versus power versus charge thing going on. I don't really know what it means yet. Anyway, all right, at this light, we're gonna do a little pull in sport. Why does it say S4? What does that mean? Anybody know what S4 means? Let me know in the comments if you know what S4 means. Because I thought it was in 4th gear when I put it in sport, but it's still at S4 and I'm stopped. All right, here we go. Sport doesn't feel much faster. It definitely feels different in the steering though. Or rather, if you're just in drive, no, not much different. I would probably never put it in sport. But, you know, again, I drive a 350 plus horsepower car daily, so I'm not the right consumer for something like this. You know what I mean? If it came down to it, I'd probably get a Lexus with the better optioned engine, but the owner of this car, he's a lot better with his money. Oh, there's Santa on a motorcycle. Did you guys see that? So he's a lot better with his money than I am. I would waste money and go get a Lexus if I was considering Toyota products as my daily driver in this market. But this is just so nice for a Toyota. Like, I feel like I'm in a Lexus. Minus all this racket. It gets the job done. It gets the job done. I cannot complain one bit. It's a smooth ride, especially when you're cruising. It's got great technology. See, it's got the speed limits. It gets the job done. That's really all I can say. You have everything that you need. Anyway, we'll end that first drive segment here, and we are going to talk about the back end. Looks a lot more familiar, right? Like their other two-row SUVs compared to the front end, which whole new redesign. But, you know, regular sporty SUV with its spoiler, nice, again, narrow lights that actually extend all the way around. And then you also have an extended tail light up here, right in your spoiler. Audi's doing the exact same thing where these actually reflect off your glass. Depending on where you are, if you're a taller vehicle behind, you can still see it reflecting off the glass, knowing that the person in front of you is braking. All right, on another note, we'll talk about powertrain. This baby's got a 2.5 liter inline 4-cylinder, pushing out 188 horsepower-ish, naturally aspirated. But then we have two assisting electric motors, one in the front, one in the rear, making it all-wheel drive, bumping that horsepower to a combined 240-ish, 43 horsepower. Pretty good, but in the first drive, I couldn't really feel it. Maybe I was doing something wrong though. I'm still figuring this car out. Now, that engine and those electric motors are coupled with a CVT automatic transmission. capable of sending 80% of the torque to the rear wheels, and with a towing capacity of about 2,700 pounds. Not too bad for a little four banger. So it is capable of all electric driving as well, but at very low speeds. Probably something you might want to do while stuck in traffic on the highway. Speaking of traffic, this baby's got a combined 38 miles to the gallon. That's pretty good for a large SUV. That puts it up there with the heavy hitters for full hybrid SUVs, but compared to plugins, that's nothing. For instance, the RAV4, everybody talks about the RAV4, everybody's selling the RAV4, they sell so many RAV4s, everybody wants a RAV4, puts out 90 miles to the gallon. But that's a plug-in hybrid, so I digress. Let me make sure it's recording. It's getting a little brisk out there. Well, nonetheless, we're in the interior, and this interior is really where this car shines. I feel like I'm in a Lexus. Of course, Toyota really didn't miss a beat when it comes to the driver orientation aspect of this vehicle, and I appreciate them for that. For one, we got buttons. Buttons, buttons, buttons all across here, on here, down here. We got different drive modes, yada yada, parking brake, all the good stuff. We've even got buttons over here. 2 of these for features I've never seen in another car before. We'll get to that here shortly. But yeah, there are just so many features in here. It's hard to talk about every single one. So I'm gonna pick out a few of the main things that you will deal with. First, let's talk about this, your main infotainment display. 12.3-inch display with your volume knob down here. Of course, we have Bluetooth in our settings. We even have Wi-Fi. You can do things with your display, put it in night mode, change the brightness, change the contrast. These are colors. But you know, style it how you would like it. Of course, we have our music. We've got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, phone, navigation, full navigation system. Just use your phone though on Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, whatever you prefer. But this works well. You know, it's a little laggy as expected, but compared to other stuff I've touched and messed with, this is very responsive. Very responsive.
What do you mean by that?
And it looks good too. All right, then we have our buttons down here. Kind of reminds me of the Ioniq 5, the way this layout is. We've got heated and cooled seats up here. I believe in these limited models, you get heated seats in the back, but I couldn't find a button. Oh, and I found the button. Rear seat warmers. Buttons just right on your door, right next to your windows. But yeah, heated and cooled seats up here, defrosters, air circulator, you know, the usual stuff. But the cool buttons are actually on this side. So we actually have a windshield heater, not just a defroster, like it's not just blowing air. We have that too, of course, but these are actual form of a heater in the perimeter of the windshield. That's just cool stuff all around, right? Like on a snowy day, just start my car from the inside the house, maybe come out, press that button. 5 minutes later, all the snow is melted off. What I think it's really there for is to help with your windshield wipers, so your windshield wipers don't get frozen over. And then, you know, you get in your car, just hit the windshield wipers, whoop, whoop, boom, on the road. We have a completely digital rear view interior mirror camera. The camera right on that back window. This is just ingenious. I mean, I know it's been done for years. You know, it comes from racing. When your engine's behind you, how are you gonna see through the window? But actually using it for the first time, I don't think I would ever go back. If I bought a car with this, I would need every car from here on out that I bought to have one of these, right? We got our shift knob here. There is a sport mode. I tested it out in the first drive, didn't see much different, but then again, I did not put my foot to the floor. Maybe a little more tension in the steering, nothing to rave about. Then we have our traction control button here. Then we have our EV modes and our drive modes. So we'll just move on. We have more buttons on the steering wheel, but that's typical cruise control stuff, radio stuff, end call, hang up, volume, over, left, right, stuff like that. Nothing to really go into. We have paddle shifters. Those will probably never be used. Why is the steering wheels warm? It's getting a little brisk out there. So we have a heated steering wheel as well. That reminded me, we have a heated steering wheel. I don't know why it's on right now. Of course, we have glove compartment storage, pretty tiny, to be honest. the owner's manual is the only thing that can fit in there. So that's not fun. Here, oh, Ben's got some money. This center console is actually very unique, innovative, whatever you want to call it, because it opens on both sides. You press the button on this side, passenger can get in there. Press the button on this side, driver can get in there. So last but certainly not least, we have a wireless phone charger, but not regular, not your old lay down flat wireless phone charger. This actually goes in like that. And it's got two holders there, so it's not moving around if you need to, you know, turn left or turn right any harder. You have to brake hard. That is staying secure. Your phone is staying secure. I mean, unless you roll it, it might come out. But don't roll your car. But let's hop in the back seat. Oh. Hi again. We're in the back seat. Really nothing to talk about here other than space. Looking at this, I sit very far back. And looking at this, as I was setting up the camera, I didn't think I was gonna fit, but I actually fit really well. I can sit back here for hours, knees don't touch, tons of headroom. Oh, panoramic sunroof. Typical 2 air vents, 2 USB-C, so get rid of your old USB cords. 2025, get your USB-C cords, because that's what we have. Of course, we have our baby seat latches, pretty much required. 2 storage compartments, pockets. I've noticed some cars, especially newer cars, there's only one. There's only one. So I'm glad there's 2. We have cup holders down here. I forgot to mention, this vehicle comes with 11 JBL sound system speakers. Unlike the XLE, which I think only comes with 6 speakers maybe. This one comes with the JBL package, which comes with 11. You can see the additions in the door, in the A-pillars, probably something in the trunk as well. She wants you to like and subscribe, right? But yeah, that's cool. Pretty spacious back here, which it should be. It's a long vehicle. It's pretty much station wagon, more or less. They're just claiming it to be an SUV because nobody buys station wagons. Yeah, let's get on in the truck. There's a speaker. Now the thing about this Signia, although it's as far as we know in the United States market, it's just now made it to the market. But this car's got well over 15 generations, probably like 16 or 17. This car itself is probably the 17th generation of this car, or I guess 17th year model. You get what I'm saying? This car has been sold in Japan since 1955. I think it even debuted in the United States market around that time as well. And then this crown was taken back out around the 70s, early 70s. But it continued in Japan and other places around the world. This car is really a staple to the Toyota brand. And again, it took about 50 years for this car to make its comeback, for this crown name to make its comeback into the United States market. And that goes back to, you know, why Toyota needs a 9th SUV in their rankings, right? I grabbed everything. But like I was saying, that goes back to why Toyota needs 9 vehicles. It's not that they need 9 vehicles, it's that they're so proud of this vehicle and how long it's come and how far it's come and what it looks like now compared to the 1955 version of it. When I first saw the Crown sedan, I remember I was in Las Vegas at SEMA, and no, I didn't see it at SEMA. Rather, I saw it on the road, like walking back to our hotel. And I'm like, what is that? Like, is that all electric? Is that a new all electric Toyota? Like, just astonished, you know? And of course I go and look it up. Okay, it's a Crown. It's making a comeback to the United States market. Cool. Well, it looks kind of funky. Honestly, it looks more off-road capable than this vehicle, if you ask me. But, you know, okay, cool. It's doing its thing. Then they come out with this Crown Signia, right? Signia. What does Signia mean? I don't freaking know. But my dumb American self, I want to be like, well, it sounds like sign, signature. Sounds like sign, which can also... So this must be Toyota's signature vehicle. This is their staple. This is their flagship vehicle, right?
No.
And with all the other powertrains that the Crown sedan, with all the other powertrains that the Crown sedan has, you have to imagine they're not leaving it at this 240 horsepower powertrain in the Signia, which honestly feels like 188 horsepower, but it's beside the point, because it helps with fuel economy, really, is what those two electric motors do. Yeah, I just go off on these tangents. But anyway, this is a staple vehicle, in my total opinion, there's no fact behind this, but this is Toyota's staple vehicle, right? Because again, like, you think about it, why do they have 9 SUVs that all carry the same powertrain? Well, because the Crown has been selling in Japan and other places around the world for 17 generations. 17 generations of this vehicle. My wife's calling me. I don't know, put her on, send her to voicemail. Sorry, babe. So yeah, that's the only explanation. Because like I said earlier in this video, like, why? Okay, why not? Yeah, sure, for sure. That's the easiest answer to why. But that's the only reasonable explanation to me, is that this vehicle is Toyota's signature vehicle, hence Signia. Right? That doesn't, Signia, does it mean signature? Probably not. But you get what I'm saying. They're just so proud of this vehicle. They're like, okay, well, the Venza, that's what's called, Toyota Venza, that's not selling. Okay, so what if we bring a SUV version of the Crown? Because we're so proud of it. It's our staple vehicle that's lasted longer than, dare I say, any other vehicle on the road. 1955, 70 years of this Crown has been on Japanese roads. Anyway, that's my opinion on it. I think it's a great vehicle with this light stitching here, you know, and that matches what's on the dash. You get the all black, the midnight, and it just looks so sleek, so cool, you know. And I know it sounds like shit when you floor it, but you're never gonna floor it because it's a hybrid Toyota. You got it for the miles per gallon. Flooring it is the completely counterintuitive to why you got the car. So what? It feels like 188 horsepower, right? I'm trying to save money on gas. You know, that's why I got the vehicle. That's why you would get a vehicle like this. I don't know why they slapped these plastic ass paddle shifters on here. You know, maybe in the Crown sedan with its 300 plus 340 somewhat horsepower in one of their hybrid engines, maybe then I would use paddle shifters, but I'm not using paddle shifters in this. I'm not flooring it in this. I'm just enjoying a smooth drive while knowing that I'm saving gas. While knowing I've got 38 miles to the gallon combined. Like, I was like, I might have to fill it up. Nope. I left with 434 miles. I still have 434 miles. Nothing changed. But yeah, I think it's a great car. You know, if you're looking to get 38 miles per gallon on a full hybrid, non-plug-in hybrid, this is a great car for you. This is entirely a great car for you. I think it looks stylish, it looks sleek, it looks sporty. I can point out, ooh, that's my car. From my 5th story office, I could look out the window and be like, ooh, that's my car. Look at it, looking better than every car in this parking lot.
Stop the cap.
And on the drive home, I know I'm getting better gas mileage than 90% of the stuff on the road that's not electric. It's not full electric or plug-in hybrid or whatever it may be. Anyway, guys, that's my review. I really do appreciate if you watch this video, give it a like, go ahead and subscribe. Yeah, share it with your friends. If you think I'm funny looking, share it. If you think I don't know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. If you think you know better than me, let me know in the comments. I would love for that. I would love your guys' opinion, you know? But yeah, peace out.